Ladies and gentlemen, welcome once again to the WA Victory Stadium. We're about 10 minutes away from the goal. Starting at number 1, Aidan Cove. Number 2, Jason Interior. Number 6, Kathleen C. Ross. Number 7, Ian Kifa. Number 8, Nesha Militia. Number 9, Costa Barbarousas. Number 10, Archie Thompson. 17, Abdul Pierre. 21, Carl Berry. 23, Andrew Player. 24, Scott Galloway. Head coach of the Melbourne Victory is Kevin Muscat. Starting 11 for Bayswater City SC. Number 1 to Devon Spence. Number 2, Declan Hargraves. Number 5, Andrew Reali. Number 6, Bob Howard. Number 8, Paul McCarthy. Number 9, Samuel Aluanda. Number 12, Steve Bergman. Number 13, captain for today, Trent Kay. Number 15, Ryan Farrell. Number 20, Samuel Richardson. Number 21, David Hegley. Number 23, Chris Salvares. Head coach for Melbourne Victory is Chris Point.
Welcome along then to the Western Australia Athletic Stadium for coverage of this evening's Westfield FFA Cup round of 32 clashes. So Bayswater City against Melbourne Victory. And the side just coming out onto the pitch. They've been through the pre-match warm-ups, and in less than 5 minutes we'll be good to go here. As both these sides looking to put their passage through to the last 16 of the competition, which will be made on Friday. Just quickly run through the teams for you, starting with the home side, Bayswater City from the NPL WA League. We go with Spence in goal, then it's a back four of Andrew Reel, Trent Kate, the captain, Christopher Saldaris and Samuel Mitchinson. Then a midfield of Declan Hargreaves, Todd Howarth, Paul McCarthy, Brian Farrell, David Heagney and Steve Burton. For Melbourne Victory, they put out a strong side this evening. We'll go with Nathan Coe in goal, then it's a back four of Scott Galloway, Matthew Delpierre, Adrian Leyer, Jason Geria, then the midfield is Brompton, Valerie Finkler, then Costas Barbarousas on the right, Archie Thompson down the left, and Baysar Barisha is going to lead the line. So pleased to be joined by former Victory star and now club ambassador Brebner for tonight's game. And we're looking forward to this one, and see that Melbourne, as the teams come out onto the field now. Sterling Lions against the Brisbane Roar last night, so a big crowd, an expected one maybe, hoping that Bayswater could pull off an upset here. But Brebs, what do you expect from the Melbourne side tonight?
Yeah, look, I'm really looking forward to it. It's going to be their first competitive hit out. They've obviously had a few games locally back in Melbourne in the against Victorian Premier League sides, but this game is actually a game where the result matters. So he's came and he's playing a really strong side, Kevin Muscat. So it'll be interesting to see how they perform, and also interesting to see how Bayswater stand up to it.
Yeah, I agree with that. I feel that Bayswater are going to give Melbourne Victory more of a game this evening than Sterling Lions did against I feel that Bayswater City may give Melbourne Victory more of a run for their money this evening. Sterling Lions against Brisbane Roar last night put men behind the ball. We feel tonight that Bayswater City might make a bit of a fist of this one. They might go for it. They've got some attacking talent in there. They've got goals in them. And Besart Barisha tonight starting up front. Brebs, he's going to be looking to get on the score sheet tonight.
He absolutely will. He's somebody that obviously we're all very familiar with who throughout his career in the A-League for Brisbane Roar. Unfortunately, he scored that goal last season that ended our chances of doing something in the competition last year. But I would certainly rather have him in my team than against. And if he can add to his 48 A-League goals and 76 appearances for Brisbane and a Melbourne Victory shirt, he'll certainly go a long way to repaying what Kevin Muscat's tried to do by bringing him in.
Yeah, I was going to say, if he can have a fantastic season for Melbourne Victory in this campaign, then surely all will be forgotten, and he's a top-class striker, that's for sure. So just going through the final warm-ups now, Brebs.
Yeah, look, and it's not just his goal scoring. With Besart, it's the amount of work he puts in as well off the ball. There's a lot of strikers you can say that they're selfish, and he's one that certainly works for the team, Michael.
So it's going to be kick-off in less than a minute or so, I guess. Just a couple of huddles going on in the pitch, in the middle of the pitch at the moment. Just a bit of info on tonight's opponents for Melbourne Victory, Bayswater City. They've had a fantastic season, top of the ladder in the NPL WA, 2 points clear of Perth, and 15 ahead of Sterling Lions, who played last night. And they come into this game in a rich vein of form. They've won 6 of their last 7 games. And they beat Florey at 3-0 on Saturday. The week before that, they hammered Perth 6-0 away from home. So not only are they scoring goals, they're not conceding them either. They're keeping clean sheets.
and that'll go a long way towards their confidence as well. They'll certainly be coming into this game with a lot of confidence, Michael, and looking to take the game towards Melbourne Victory.
So we're off and away here at the Western Australian Athletics Stadium, and straight away Victory on the attack down this left-hand flank with Scott Galloway, but the ball is cleared away there and hit long, but Victory mop it up out the back, and it goes back to goalkeeper Nathan Coe. Comes out to the left-hand side to Scott Galloway. So is there a side down the field that Victory will favour tonight at all, Grant, or left or right, or just all through?
They're a side that just like to, knock the ball around. They're blessed with quality either side. You've got Kostas Barbarouses on one side, Archie on the other, Guy Finkler down the middle, and I'm particularly looking forward to seeing Valeri tonight, and the big guy Del Pierre at the back. He is some size as well. That's the first time I've seen him in the flesh, and he is certainly a big boy.
He is. He's absolutely huge, and he won't be difficult to pick out this evening. Sporting a nice luminous pair of orange boots as well. I was thinking, Brebs, as well, gone are the days of black boots in your day. Everyone had a pair of black boots.
Yeah,
now you're a stranger if you've got a pair.
You're actually in the minority now if you wear the black ones, aren't you?
As Archie Thompson down the left-hand side here, just down by the corner flag, decides to come out. Back to Scott Galloway. Goes central infield to Valerie. Sprays it out to that right-hand side to Barbarouses.
Valeri's going to sit a little bit more deeper just on the evidence of how they've set up just now. Broxham's going to play a little bit more in front of him. But you can see already he's getting a lot of the ball, Valeri, and he's going to be orchestrating things for the Victory.
And he's on the ball again here now as he sprays it out to the right-hand side. As a good sliding tackle goes in there. And the referee, as he given a free kick there, I think he's going to hold back on the slice of cheese for that one. I don't think the yellow card is coming out just yet, but it is a free kick to Victory and a chance to swing the ball and get the ball into the box here, Brebs.
And as we see Del Piero going up there. Guy Finkler will certainly probably be looking. He's got his hand in the air. He'll certainly be looking for it around about the back post. So all lining up on the edge of the area here, just waiting for the delivery to come in from this right-hand flank. It's whipped in and it's flicked on, and the shot comes in, and it's safely into the keeper's hands there, Spence. And decent first-time effort. That's when you wish it falls to Bayswater Borussia, didn't you? I think it probably came a little bit too quickly for Adrian Lair there, and if he was defending he would have cleared it well, but unfortunately for Victory he didn't put it in the back of the net. Yeah,
it was whipped in, and the flick on saw the ball speed through as Victory just mop up a little bit of danger at the back there. The man to keep an eye out for Bayswater this evening is David Heagney. He's been in a fantastic run of form. Not played as many games as some of his teammates. He's had one or two fitness issues, but when he does play, he certainly knows where the back of the net is, so he'll probably play just behind Steve Burton, the number 12. And, well, Del Pierre and Leia probably going to just have to keep an eye on those two this evening. But they started well, Victory here on the front foot, and Galloway again down this left-hand side, down by the corner flag, gets it back on his right foot, and showing good skill there. Comes back inside again to Valerie, who almost plays Leia into a bit of trouble there, but Victory managed to retain possession, and it's sprayed over to the right-hand side, but that's just going to be a little bit overhit, and it's going to go out for a throw-in. But started pretty brightly so far, Brebs. They're getting the ball down and trying to get forward.
Yeah, and we knew that. We knew it was always going to be a bit of a possession-based game for Victory. And I think it was Chris Coyne. As soon as the final whistle went on the weekend, Chris Coyne would have been planning this game. And I was interested to see how he would approach it, whether he would come out all guns blazing or whether he would want to sit back for a period of the game, soak up and try and break. And catch Victory on the break, but at the moment they're struggling to get the foot on the ball, but it is early days. Yeah,
there's still plenty of time to go in this one, but Victory started brightly, but Bayswater have a huge game coming up this weekend as well, as they look to wrap up the NPL WA Championship. But most important at the moment is this game this evening, a huge game for the club against the Melbourne Victory, and a chance to cause an upset. It is a tricky one this for the Victory this evening, because not the easiest of places to come to. It is a bit of a strange atmosphere, and we are quite away from the pitch, Brebs, and the Stirling Lions last night struggled, and Mike Mulvey, the Brisbane Roar coach, was saying it didn't really help the Stirling Lions, the fact that the crowd is so far away from the pitch. Yeah, well, like you were here last night to be able to judge, but they're certainly looking around us. We're right in the middle of it. There's certainly a big crowd turned up tonight, so I think there's actually a few Perth Glory fans as well, maybe turned up to see the victory. Yeah, they have, and here's Berisha, and he bursts his way through. He's tripped on the edge of the area, and the referee immediately gives a free kick. Some of the home faithful don't quite agree with that, but I think that was as blatant as you get as a foul. In a dangerous position. It's certainly Guy Finkler territory. So there's a few stood over this, but like I say, Brebs, Finkler, the number 7, has put the ball down, and the way he's shaping up here, there's only going to be one player hitting this, and the ref just getting the wall the 10 yards. But yeah, he picked up on the atmosphere. I think there are a few Perth Glory fans here, maybe the Perth Glory fans that turn up week in, week out to watch the Glory. The drums here, I think last night the crowd was about 1,000, tonight it's 2, so Finkler is looking as though he's going to shape up to hit this one. He does, he bends it in. Oh, what a save by the keeper. Well, a fantastic shot, and I'll tell you what, Brebs, you've got to give credit to Spence there. That's a fine save to his left. For all money, as soon as it left Finkler's foot, I thought that was going to nestle in the back of the net. And, you know, for a part-time goalkeeper, that's a fantastic save at any level. It is. I mean, it was going right in the corner, and he's got to his left. What a save. So still the corner to come, so more defending here for Bayswater to take it short, and then the cross, not the greatest there, behind for a goal kick. Well, Kevin's going to be pretty happy with this start. There was 3 priorities. You know, I was thinking today. I was thinking, what would he be thinking going into this game? And getting into the round of 16 is obviously number 1. Leaving here tonight with no injuries would be number 2. And again, number 3 would probably be his team having another game, playing together, getting to know each other. And this 3 days away from Melbourne will have helped them gel a little bit more. Yeah, the Victory looking sharp in the opening exchanges of this game. Not really seeing much from Bayswater. They're trying to mount an attack down the left-hand side here as a cross comes in. That did take a deflection, so it's going to be a corner kick for the home side here, and the first bit of defending that the Victory have got to do. So if Bayswater are to cause an upset this evening, you think that possibly their best chances are going to come from a set piece? Yeah, you would think so. They're certainly jostling around in the box, trying to get positions here. And so we wait for the corner to come in. It's in towards the near post, doesn't quite get the flick on, but he'll get another chance to put in the cross here. And it's a decent one, and Coe does well to come and punch. He was under pressure there, and he did well to punch that clear, but it'll be another throw in for Bayswater, who may just start to... oh, it's a bit of a sloppy back pass there, almost allowing... Berisha to get in, and the last thing you need on a night like tonight when you're going to be up against it is mistakes like that. You need to be composed on the ball, and when they do get it, Bayswater, they've got to keep it. Absolutely, and just going back to Nathan Coe's touch there as well, on a night where, you know, he might be anonymous for large parts of the game, it'll do him no harm to get an early touch like that and knock the ball away to safety. As they're building up from the back here, Melbourne Victory, as Del Pied is struggling with the ball a little bit there, but he plays a short pass into Valerie, and he is one tall player, is the new signing Del Pierre, and Coe just misjudging his pass out to Galloway there. There is a bit of a swirling wind here at the stadium this evening, so I don't know how that will affect the game as it goes on. Only time will tell, as the ball's just run out there for a throw-in, as Bayswater just showing 1 or 2 signs, Brebs, that they're starting to get into a little bit, or we're certainly seeing a little bit more of the ball, because in these opening exchanges it's been all Victory dominating the possession. It has, and it's that man again, Valeri. He's getting on the ball, he's pulling the strings, and if we can get the ball to him more, he'll certainly be finding passes, because he has got immense quality. Yeah, and I was also talking to a few players before the game, and it's really deceptive how much ground he actually covers in a game. He certainly looks a class act this evening. He's seen a lot of the ball, and he's just dominating the middle of the park there and spraying the ball around when he does get it. And yeah, they started sharply here at Victory, as we're singing his praises, and that's probably one of his a bit of a loose pass from in there. He's going to go straight through to Spence, who pulled off that tremendous save moments ago to deny Finkler. And I guess, Brebs, as well, games like this, I mean, I suppose the first goal in any football game is crucial, but in a game like this with a top side against a minnow, if you like, it's even more so. Yeah,
well, there's no doubt that, you know, as much as their bread and butter is the NPL competition, and they can win the league on Saturday if they win the game, they would be really excited and looking forward to this game. It will be a little bit of a cup final. It's always good to play against good players and show that, you know, maybe you could have had that chance, or you can have that chance in future, and they'll certainly be rising to the occasion.
Yeah, speaking to one of the Bayswater officials before the game, and he says there's a couple of players. The shot comes in, and Spence again behind it. Decent effort there from Barbarouses, and Spence behind that one. But yeah, Bayswater have got a couple of players who they feel could possibly go on and play A-League, and Heagney is one of them. There's a couple more as well, but we've not seen a great deal of Heagney as yet, basically because they're just not getting the ball like they would in an NPL WA game. As Victory trying to make headway down the right-hand side. Is that going to go out for a corner? It is. So another chance to swing the ball in here. And
hopefully it's a little bit better than the last one. The Victory took it short into Broxham, and there was just no quality on the end of it. So I think this time it maybe be wise to stick it into the box.
Yeah, and it's going to be Barbarouses to take it, and it's going to be swung into the mixer this time, and it's headed back across, but no one can get a touch on it, and this time it is going to be a goal kick. Did that frustrate you as a player sometimes, Brebs? Did you go up for corners and you sort of get up there, you're hanging around for it, and then they take it short and it's wasted? Or?
Yeah, look, I was never blessed with the height or even the heading capability to be sent up for corners, so I was probably the one that was always sent back to defend.
Did you not hang around the area maybe waiting for it to come out of a pop at goal?
Oh, once or twice.
Yeah. As goal kick is taken here, hit long, deep into Victory territory. Well, certainly one player who's going to be up for all the corners for Victory in the forthcoming campaign, you'd think, is going to be Del Pierre with the height that he's got. As Bayswater just on the attack here is with Steve Burton. Cuts the ball back to Heagney. And, well, they don't make the most of that at all, Bayswater, and it's gone out for a goal kick. Even
though it's came to nothing, you know, they are starting to get a little bit more of the ball. They are starting to see a few more passes, and that will do them no harm.
Yeah, I guess it's all about confidence, isn't it? If they can just keep hold of the ball, string some passes together, just build their confidence a little bit. And yeah, so certainly Heagney and Burton are the two players that are going to be the two danger men. Burton is more of a opportunistic striker. As Victory on the attack here, cross comes in, but overhit that one, and it's going to come out over on this near side for a throw in.
Yeah, Costas was shown his electric pace there, but just a little bit lack of quality in the cross.
And with Berisha up top this season, I guess the service into him is going to have to be top notch, and he'll be relying on that this season to help him get among the goals. And so they're going to build up from the back here. Leia's a fair height as well, isn't he? He's no midget, Leia, is he? So at the back, Victory got two strapping centre halves, and there's Galloway into Valerie. Plays it into Finkler here, who manages to keep possession for Victory. They are getting bodies back, Bayswater, but you feel as though there are gaps there to exploit, and Victory trying the best to do this as Costas tries to dribble his way through there, but it's not going to happen. But Victory get the ball back, so they just can't keep the ball at all, can they, Bayswater, at the moment, Grant?
No, and again, you know, it will probably be not the first and certainly not the last time we say it, but Valeri, he's the man at the heart of everything at the moment. He's finding the balls just in behind the midfield into Finkler.
Yeah, Finkler gets it out wide. The cross comes in from the right. I think that's going to be a corner.
Yeah, and that's going to be key again, Michael. Guerria and Galloway getting forward to support Archie and Costa Barbarouses.
Yeah, and it's been a bright start from the Victory. I've been impressed with the Victory in the opening exchanges here. They're looking sharp, and they're playing some good attacking football, getting the ball down and spraying it around. Corner kick is going to come in over on the far side. Needs a good delivery. It's not a bad one as the head go up, and it's behind, and it's going to be a goal kick. That.
So, you know, I was again Kevin's recruiting. He's went for right down the spine. Del Pierre is playing centre back. Carl Valeri in the middle of midfield, and Besart Barisha right up the front. He's certainly, you know, set his stall out to play right down the middle. I'm really looking forward to his partnership, Del Pierre with Adrian Lea. I was a little bit critical last season of Contreras playing alongside him. So Del Pierre's, you know, his CV talks for himself. He's played at the highest level for Lille, VfB Stuttgart, over 160 games. So he'll no doubt strengthen up that defence for the Victory. Yeah,
and they've not really been tested so far this evening, as it's been Victory on the front foot. And again, Galloway seen plenty of the ball down this left-hand side, and nice bit of improvisation there. Doesn't quite come off, but decent link-up play. And they do like to get the ball out to Galloway down this left-hand side. Well, they certainly seem to be doing in the early exchanges here, Brebs.
Yeah, well, the way Victory play, they do like to use width. They like to play the short passes in midfield and then switch the play as quickly as possible, and that's with the fullbacks joining in. It's something that they learn from the youth. You see the two fullbacks tonight, they're both youth players, came up through the youth. Darren Davies, the youth team coach, does an excellent job. He's produced numerous players, and they're all drummed into the way that Victory want to play from an early stage.
Yeah, and you can see that that is in evidence tonight, playing some good attacking football, because this is a competitive game. We've got to remember that, of course. Melbourne Victory still early in pre-season, but it is a competition they want to do well in, and you can see with the side that Kevin Muscat has put out tonight that he is taking it seriously. And I suppose Kevin Muscat as well will be delighted, because this has got more of a competitive edge to it, Brebs. You know, it's not just like a pre-season game, which sometimes they lack that edge, don't they? This is going to be a bit of a workout for his players tonight.
Absolutely.
1 or 2 tackles going in.
Absolutely will. And yeah, look, you know, there would be no complaints from either set of players if the tackles were to go.
Barisha tries to get his shot away. It comes back to him. The initial one was blocked, but he stuck with his guns. Good bit of play here, back with Barisha. Can he pick anyone out? He's got a sea of blue shirts in front of him. Cuts it back to Finkler, who just can't quite get his shot away. That was a good tackle there, actually, just as he was about to pull the trigger. And yeah, it was a good block. Yeah,
they're certainly defending in numbers, and they're defending well. But you just question, the more the game goes on, the tireder the players become, whether they can keep this up.
Yeah, I think we saw last night in the Roars game against the Stirling Lions, Stirling really did get everybody behind the ball, made life really difficult, and the Brisbane Roar struggled for 30 minutes. I think going off the 2 games so far, Victory have looked a lot sharper for me than the Brisbane Roar last night, and they look as though they could get a goal at any minute. They're combining well, and I think there is space to be found there, and I think some of the passing movements that are coming off here, I think it's only a matter of time before Melbourne Victory do get a goal, as we're going to see another foul on the far side. But like you touched on as well, Brett, so I mean, that's going to be a concern, isn't it, for Kevin Muscat? Again, like you say, coming out of this game injury-free, it's the last thing you want at this stage, is to get players injured.
Absolutely. I mean, we're still just under 2 months from the start of the season. I would say there's still a lot of work to go into the legs. I wouldn't say. I would say the players are fit enough for this game. If the A-League was starting tonight, I would say there'd be a little bit more topping up to go into them.
There's Finkler on the edge of the area again, just trying to find a bit of room to get his shot away. He can't, but they're continuing to probe away here, the Victory, and they're doing a good job so far at Bayswater, just keeping Victory at bay. But can't help but feel that there is going to be a goal around the corner, and it could be here. Barisha gets it on his left foot, fires in a shot, and it's just wide. Turned well on the edge of the area though, and did well to get his shot away.
Yeah, and I think that'll be a sign of things to come for the Victory fans that are watching this feed. That is certainly the kind of things we want to be seeing him doing. Getting onto the ball at the edge of the box, turning very sharply and managing to get a shot off.
Yeah, noticing that you know, some nice little intricate passing moves going on around the edge of the area, and it only takes one of those to come off, and you can be in on goal. Oh, and well, we've seen the first slice of cheese there. The yellow card is out, and can't see who's down on the ground there. I'm not quite sure what your thoughts on that. Deserving of the yellow there, Rebs?
Oh, look, I think it's Adrian Lair that's down on the deck. He always, I don't think there's a season or 5 or 6 games go by without Adrian Lair copping one on the face, and it's no different again tonight. Let's just hope he's okay, because he has had his fair share of facial incidents in the last season or two.
Yeah, well, hopefully he is okay. Just getting a bit of treatment there, so it must have caught a stray arm.
And yeah, just getting back to what we were talking about before, I think, you know, defensively is probably where Victory have struggled in the last couple of years. They've always been blessed with fantastic players up front that can win games, and losing Adama Traore is obviously going to be a massive blow. But it might just give little Scott Galloway the chance to express himself now. You know, he knows he's got the opportunity to win that position, and with Del Pierre next to him, hopefully he can do really well.
Yeah, he's looked comfortable on the ball so far this evening, as Adrian Lair is okay. He's back to his feet, he's had his treatment, and he's okay, so that's a relief all concerned. But the referee was right on top of that, so he must have seen a stray arm or something and felt it was worthy of a yellow card. So still goalless here, of course, but it's the Victory on the front foot, as Galloway does well to keep that in there.
Yeah, and again it was Valeri that knocked the ball wide. He's just, we can see him again, Valeri, getting on the ball, looking for things to happen, orchestrating things.
Yeah, it's the first time I've seen him tonight, I'll be honest, and he does look a class act. He's and Finkler as well, I've been impressed with him. He's a tidy little player as well, and looks to, well, he's involved in this move here into Borussia. The shot comes in and it's in the back of the net, and the Victory have got the lead. Well, we've been saying it has been coming for some time. They've been pushing virtually since the first whistle, and again another nice passing movement.
Kostas Barbarouses there with a fantastic finish. But what about the play around the edge of the box? Short, sharp 1-2s all the way. It was that man Valeri that started it off, and a fantastic finish.
Yeah, we just touched on it moments ago, just before the goal, in the lead up to it. The nice intricate passing movements that have been going on the edge of the area, and it was in full evidence there. And Finkler involved, and a tidy finish by Barbarouses. And well, we said the first goal crucial. Now Victory have got it. Well, Bayswater, I mean, what did they do now, Grant? Did they maybe carry on playing the way, well, just trying to keep things tight, or,
yeah,
or come out a bit later on? And
no, look, I think not much will change. I think they'll still stick to their game plan at the moment, which is sitting in, defending the width of the 18-yard box, and they'll still play with the game plan, trying to get something on the break. Maybe if it goes to 2-3, then the game will change, but at the moment I think it will stay relatively the same.
Yeah, it might be a bit foolish just to open things up at this still early stage and concede 2 or 3, and then it is game over. So I guess they will try and keep it tight. But that goal has been coming. It's been a great start by Victory, playing some neat, tidy football, nice passing movements, and it came off perfectly then, as Barbarouses has given Victory the lead. That's a sloppy pass, or maybe a chance here for Bayswater to do something, with Farrell playing the ball over to that left-hand side. If they could find a response quickly, it would certainly be a huge boost for Bayswater, and that's going to be a throw-in. And
we can't discount them. You know, they have got to this round by scoring goals. I think they've scored 14 goals on their way to getting here to this round. So they have got goals in their team. They just need to be patient.
Yeah, they have got goals for sure. Like I touched on before, they scored 6 the week before last away at Perth, and 3 at the weekend. 9 goals scored, none conceded going into this game, so should be full of confidence. I think that, like we touched on already, I think the problem is it's just because they can't get hold of the ball. I mean, they just can't string any kind of passing movements together or get any confidence going, as Archie Thompson gets that out to the right hand side. Could be another opportunity here. Comes back to Thompson, or he just runs away from him. And well, Bayswater do well to regroup there and get the ball away.
You cannot fault their endeavour, you can't fault the way that they're working to get around the pitch, but it's just the actual smartness of the professional players there. You see Broxham and Valeri picking up the ball, and every time Bessart Barisha, Thompson, Finkler, Barbarouses are just playing in little pockets where they can pick up the ball in between the midfield, the back line of the midfield and the centre backs, and nobody knows who to pick them up. And
it's Bayswater, like I said, they're continuing to plug away here, just getting a bit of possession here as it's going to be throwing down the left hand side. So out of those 7 games that we've talked about, well, they've won 6 of them, Bayswater. In 6 of them they have kept clean sheets, just 1 defeat in the last 7, losing 4-2 to Coburn City. So it is the first goal they conceded in a while. They're not used to conceding goals, this Bayswater side. And they'll be disappointed to have conceded now. But here's Finkler. Again, Finkler's seen plenty of the ball as well, Brebs.
Yeah, Mitchinson just can't seem to know. He doesn't realise who he needs to go to, whether it's Finkler or whether it's Broxham, whether it's Valeri. He's just getting caught in 2 minds at the moment.
And it's been a bright start then by the Victory, leading by a goal to 0 here. And it's over on the far side here at the stadium, and Victory keeping possession, and the home support with the drummer still banging away, not lost all hope just yet, and there's no reason to either. It is only 1-0, so still chances for them to get back into the game if they can somehow just get hold of the ball and start creating something as the flag goes up for offside. And Victory probably just gone a little bit quiet since going in front. Not quite going for the jugular just yet, but they have got the lead, the crucial lead.
If they can hold out to the half-time, and it will be a big if, they'll certainly go in there and they'll regroup, they'll have a chat, Chris Coyne will get them in there, and you know, they've still got something to play for, so they need to hold on now. It's going to be a big 15 minutes for them.
Yeah, and it's a free kick here, and an opportunity then to maybe create something from this. Chance to get a ball into the box and see what can come from it. And well, Victory have got everybody back for this one. They've not left anyone up at all. So Del Pierre's in there. He'll be looking to get this clear. And it's going to be left-footed. It's swung in towards the far post. Not a bad one, but it doesn't quite fall for the Bayswater player there, and they will get it away. Again, was that case of just seeing it a little bit late? It should have done better.
It's a warning sign. It's a warning sign, because against better opposition, that could easily be back in the back of the net. And no matter who you're playing, teams can punish you, you know, with one chance, no matter how much possession you've got. So that will be a warning sign.
Yeah, Brian Farrell it was who it fell to there, and maybe it just fell to him a little bit awkwardly. He couldn't get his shot away. Maybe couldn't get his head on it either. But here comes Galloway again down the left-hand side, showing good pace and good skill here to cut the ball back, and it's cleared away. Could have gone anywhere, that. It's gone behind, fortunately, for Bayswater, but a good bit of play by Galloway. Yeah. Again, showing that he's happy to get the ball and go forward.
Yeah, it's going to be a big season for him. And Jason Gary are the 2 young lads in the team. And as I said before, they're surrounded with a little bit more experience this year. And if that can brush off in them with what they did last year, then no doubt they'll have big seasons.
Corner kick is swung in. It's a decent one, but no one can get on the end of that, and it's headed away. And it's a good hold-up play there by Burton. And maybe a chance here. It could be like 3 against 2 at one stage, but the Victory players are now getting back in. Well, he elects to shoot early. And, well, good play by the Victory, because it was 3 against 2 at one stage there, but they managed to get back. Finkler now into the feet of Barisha as Victory try and hit back out the other end. Yeah, but just for a moment there, it looks as though the break was on.
Yep. And that's exactly what their game plan will be, Michael. Just to
almost a chance here for Finkler, but doesn't quite connect with that one, and it allows Bayswater to get it away. And it's going to be a free kick on the far side.
That's what I was saying. That is exactly what the game plan will be, just to try and soak up. And although they may not have the legs to break as quickly as they would like, it's certainly going to be their game plan.
So Bayswater just starting to see a little bit more of the ball here. It goes back to Nathan Cole there, the Victory goalkeeper. Do you think Bayswater may be guilty of falling into the trap of showing Melbourne Victory a little bit too much respect tonight, a bit starstruck maybe, or is it just the fact that they've just not seen the ball? They just
look, I just think you know, it's certainly one way of looking at it, but no, I wouldn't probably buy into the fact that it was too much respect. I just think they're playing against a very, very good side. Arguably arguably the best team in Australia, bar maybe one or two others, and they're playing against a team where the guys were probably at work today. So, you know, all things considered, I think they're doing all right.
Yeah, they are doing well. They're certainly putting up a fight, and they've got another chance here to get a ball into the mix. So here it comes. It's headed away out to the edge of the area. Can't get the shot away, and Barisha robs the ball there. Now the break is on. He's got Galloway to his left. Alexa coming field, shows great feet and managing to keep the hold of the ball despite tackles flying in left, right and centre. That was great play by him, but as it went through to Barbarouses, couldn't continue the move. But Bayswater gift the ball straight back, and that is what they just cannot afford to do. When they get it, they've got to keep it, even for a string of passes, as the flag goes up just for offside against Archie Thompson there. And Barisha, though, showing great skill and footwork there to keep hold of it, Brebs. The tackles were flying in on him. Yeah, look, Archie Thompson's a fantastic player. I've got a lot of time for Archie. I could watch him playing all day. He's had some really good striking partners over the year. Danny Alsop, Marco Rojas, Robbie Cruz, and now he has Bessart Barisha to play alongside him. Just a fantastic player, and a one-man club as well. Been at Victory since day one. So that could be a crucial combination for the Victory then this season. So of course, A-League, as far as A-League premierships go, Brebs, 2008, 2009, the last one. Yep. Is this going to be the year, do you think, that Victory can end that? Well, I can hardly call it a drought. It's only been a few years, but is this the year that they can do it? Look, every year is a year that Victory can do it. They're not a team. They're not a club. Just as Archie Thompson's around the box there. They're not a club, Michael, that mediocrity isn't accepted. They are a club that go out to win every year. It starts from the chairman. His passion for the club is unquestioned, and he wants success, and he'll give the coaching staff every facility to do that, and it filters down to Ian Robson, the CEO. Everybody at the club is geared for success, and this club only knows one way. Yeah, and it's going to be another huge season then for Melbourne Victory. And as far as tonight's game is concerned, they lead by a goal to nil. They're playing some good stuff as the ball hit long left towards Archie Thompson, but that's going to skid through to the goalkeeper Spence, who might be best off just going to say keep hold of it for as long as he can, just to give his players a bit of a respite there, but it's not going to happen, and Steve Burton can't hold that up top, and yeah, when it gets up top as well, it's not really sticking, is it, for Bayswater, and it's just like back to Victory, back on the attack, and it's just pretty relentless. Yeah, and you can see a few of them now gasping for air. Some of them need a second breath because they are working hard. It's not easy. They're working tirelessly there to try and get the ball off Victory. Yeah, and it is worth mentioning again the fact that Bayswater are coming towards the end of their season. They've actually played a full campaign. Yeah, look, for all Victory's possession, and it has been for us watching the game, been a good performance. We're seeing the ball getting knocked about. I would question what Kevin Muscat really thinks about it. I think there's been a few squandered chances, a little bit maybe casual up top. So it'd be interesting to see what he thinks about the first half, because he will view it very differently to how we see it. Yeah, and there maybe just a bit of a lack of cutting edge in and around the area. As a Victory happy to build up from the back. as it's over on that right hand side again with Barbarouses. Comes in field to Berisha. Nice 1-2 again. Oh, and he just doesn't quite get his shot away there. Berisha, Archie Thompson feeding him. Yeah, that was more like it.
Two fantastic touches from Archie there. We saw one the other night, Cesc Fabregas for Chelsea, and that's twice we saw Archie there just play little balls through. And
they're on top again here. As it's played out to the left hand side too. Archie Thompson, oh, just can't quite keep it in. Always the case. Breb singing his praises. Nice couple of touches and then goes and does that.
Well, he tends to only have one mistake a season, Archie, so he's got it out the way early.
So it's going to be a throw into Bayswater down this right-hand flank, deep in their own territory. As Del Pierre, sorry, lets that skid under his foot. But Bayswater just trying to contain Melbourne Victory as best they can here. It's looking ominous again though, as Archie Thompson lays the ball off again. Nice little passing movements, not quite coming off too many blue shirts there, and maybe a chance for Bayswater to break. Not really the speed there with the break, and the move has slowed down.
No, and that's when Kevin Muscat probably analyses it at half time. He'll say, okay, we've defended well. There's no doubt about it. There's maybe, you could say, a little bit lapse of concentration a couple of times, but that comes when you're not in the defensively in the game for periods. I think he'll be very critical for in and around the box. It has been a little bit too neat at times when we could maybe see somebody pulling the trigger.
Yes, having a pop at goal instead of trying to find that final pass. And there's been a couple of opportunities like that. Finkler's had a couple of chances to shoot on the edge of the box and has elected to pass. I guess it's all very nice when it comes off, but could no doubt frustrate the hell out of the manager that they don't have a shot at goal instead. And it's with Broxham out to this left-hand side. Ball cut back into Berisha. Shows good footwork, but can't quite get his shot away with his left foot, and it's behind for a corner kick. But he's certainly got quick feet, Berisha. It's the first time I've seen him in the flesh, and that's the one thing that stands out for me. He's got quick feet.
Yeah, he's got lightning feet, and he's your typical striker in and around the 6-yard box, you know, penalty area. There's one thing in his mind, and that's to put the ball in the back of the net.
And here's the corner kick. It's going to be swung in towards the far post, and it's dealt with by Bayswater. Well, I say it's dealt with. They don't clear their lines there and almost give Victory a second chance there. But it's Geria out to the right-hand side. There's a nice back heel there by Barbarouses. Doesn't quite come off. And maybe now a chance for Bayswater to break. And again, he's trying an ambitious effort there. I guess he's looked up, hasn't he, Steve Burton? He can only see David Heagney in front of him.
It was absolutely worth a try. A little bit more gas in it, and it might have went in over Nathan Coe's head. But yeah, again, Victory against a better side could be punished there. So a little bit slack on their part, and a bit unfortunate on Bayswater's part.
A long ball over down the right-hand side here. It is just kept in, and the cross comes in, but it's going to be a corner kick. Took a slight deflection there. I suppose, yeah, in fairness, Nathan Coe was off his line a little bit there, so you couldn't really fault Steve Burton to have a pop. He only had Heagney in front of him. Would have been some pass to pick him out as well, so not a bad effort. So corner kick here then for Victory. Had a few corners now and haven't really been successful from any of them. Maybe this one will be different. Cross comes in, and Del Pierre sort of got on the end of that, but didn't really get his header goalwards. And Bayswater now with Heagney. Looks up, shows good skill. There's a bit of space opening up on the left-hand side if he can find the pass, but he can't. And it was mopped up at the back there.
Good defending by Broxy. But again, it was intelligent play by Heagney. I think the run from Burton up the top there was probably not as good as it should have been. But encouraging for Bayswater.
Yeah, Heagney's the player up top who's got the bit of pace for Bayswater, so it probably would have been better the other way around had Burton been trying to put him through, because I don't think somehow Burton would have had the pace to trouble the Victory defence had he got through there. But at least they're still hanging in there, the home side, and they're making a fist of it as we're not too far away from half-time. Melbourne Victory leading by 1-0. And Bayswater will break here. Well, that's a bit of a late, clumsy challenge there. And are we still going to see a second slice of cheese? Second one's out for the night.
Yeah, I think that was a little bit harsh. He's actually went for the ball. I would say that was a little bit harsh to pull out a yellow there.
So I didn't actually notice who it was who went into the book. Broxham goes into the book there. So a free kick here for... it's not really been a dirty game. We've had 2 yellow cards, so the referee maybe been a little bit...
2 yellows for 2 tackles.
Yeah, been a little bit card happy. As the ball hit over to the left-hand side. Chance to get a crossing. Well, it comes back, and chance at the far post maybe, or well flicked away there. I think it was Galloway with the flicked header there. Excellent defending, because that was going to drop right on the head. I think it was Brian Farrell coming in. So excellent defending there by Galloway, and a good bit of play by Bayswater as well, who are still in this game as Galloway goes back to Nathan Coe. But yeah, good defending by Galloway there. Brebs, he had to be alert to what was around him, the danger.
And that's the key word. He was alert, he knew what was around him, and it was an important little flick.
As
you can't underestimate how hard. I mean, people expect Victory to come here, and all the A-League teams that are playing NPL sides, they come and they expect just to whitewash the teams. But you know, it is very hard to break down teams that have 10 bodies behind the ball constantly. And as the game wears on, you know, the Victory will start finding little pockets, more pockets, and hopefully put the game beyond doubt.
It is funny actually, because it's what Bayswater face most weeks, week in, week out. Teams coming to defend against them and getting bodies behind the ball. And there are shocks in this competition, as Adelaide City beat Western Sydney Wanderers last week by 1-0. So the big teams do get upset as that ball hits up top towards Burton. Does well to hold it up. It's going to be a tempting shot in. I think it's not a bad effort, and it's a good save from Nathan Coe, who took no chances there. The ball probably swerving all over the place and just happy to palm it over. And well, that's warmed Coe's hands up for the first time tonight, Brebs.
A fantastic effort from distance, wasn't it?
I think it is. There's a bit of wind out there as well, so that probably was swirling all over the place. And Nathan Coe taking no chances there, and they've got a corner to defend here as it's swung in towards the near post. The header comes in and it's behind. It's going to be a goal kick. It must have come off Steve Burton last.
As we approach half time, I can foresee what Kevin's thinking in his head, and he will go in there probably after the last 5 minutes when Bayswater look like they're starting to get a little bit back into the game, and he will give the players the rocket to come back out and try and finish this game off.
I wouldn't like to get on the wrong side of Kevin Muscat. I'm sure that's been said many a time. So the players could be in for a bit of an ear bashing at the break. If they could get a second now, maybe that would calm Muscat down a little bit. And it's with Galloway on the left, cuts it back as he can't quite get the shot away. But there's still an opportunity here as Barbarouses, his effort is blocked.
I've got to say though, when I say rocket, it's not the rocket that Kevin Muscat, the player, would have gave. I've got to, I must admit, he is certainly a different character as a coach to as he was as a player.
Well, yeah, a little bit more mellow, I guess. He was fearsome as a player, that's for sure.
And that was just in training.
Yeah, he was. As we see, fine ball played in behind as Barbarouses goes for goal, but it's in side netting from Barbarouses there. Could have cut it back maybe. Saw the goal, went for it.
He certainly looked very good for them tonight, Barbarouses. He's getting himself into good positions. The young left back out there is struggling to stay with his pace, and if we can get the ball, if Victory can get the ball to him more, he'll certainly be exploiting into the holes and creating things.
Certainly plenty of quality down either flank for Victory. Barbarouses down the right, and Archie Thompson down this left hand side is having a good game as well, looking a threat every time he gets the ball. And well, it's almost half time, and Victory are leading by a goal to nil. And we're in the final minute now, so the Tannoy announcer will soon inform us of how much added on time we are going to get. Did have the one bit of a stoppage, didn't we, as Leia got that bit of treatment from a head knock. Maybe just enough time for Victory to maybe get another one here. As Galloway puts in the cross from the left. And well, talking of awareness before, the Bayswater defender there, Soldaris, wasn't aware. Could have let that go out. It didn't. It's going to be another corner, and as you've probably heard the announcer there, we're going to have a minute of added on time. So time to take this corner, and this would be a real nail in the coffin of Bayswater if Melbourne Victory could get another goal off this corner kick. Again, the delivery flicked away, comes to Brebner on the edge of the area. Great shot, and straight to the keeper, Spence. Comfortable take for him, but he got the shot away.
I suppose the thing for me is he hasn't had a lot to do, Spence. For all the possession, he hasn't had a great deal amount to save. We can think of the free kick, the shot there by Brebner, but not a lot else.
It's a very fair point, that, Grant. To be honest, it has all been Victory, but like I said, the keeper hasn't had a great deal to do. Maybe that's what Kevin Muscat again will be bringing up at in his half-time team talk, as Broxham here on the ball. As Victory still probing away right up into deep stoppage time of the first half, and the referee does blow up for half-time. Ripple of applause around the stands here. Bayswater still in the game, but Melbourne Victory have dominated for all their possession though. They've just got the one goal to show for their efforts. Do join us for the second half, of course, when I'm sure it's going to be pretty much more of the same, Brebs, with the Victory pushing forward and Bayswater trying to hang on, but suppose it's job done for the first 45 minutes. 1-0 in front.
Look, as we said, the bigger picture was leaving here tonight and getting into the round of 16, but it just shows you that, you know, Kevin still has a little bit more to work on, but like we say, it's early days, and it's probably a good thing. It just lets them highlight a few areas that need to be taken care of.
Good stuff. As players just leave the field in front of us, they'll go for their half-time team talks. Like I say, join us for the second half, but for now, in the Westfield FFA Cup at the Western Australia Athletic Stadium, it's Bayswater City 0, Melbourne Victory 1.
1,650. 1,650 for the crowd.
The second half of this Westfield FFA Cup round of 32 clash at the Western Australia Athletics Stadium. About to get underway. Of course, Melbourne Victory leading by a goal to nil. Barbarousis getting the goal in the first half. And it was a half that the Victory dominated. Maybe could have been a little bit more clinical in front of goal. Bayswater started to carve out one or two opportunities towards the end of the half. But Brebs, I'm guessing that, well, not quite sure what Kevin Muscat will have said at half-time, but maybe unhappy with one or two things that were going on out there.
Yeah, look, I don't think either coach will have really changed their game plan from what they first set out to do at the start of this game. Kevin will still be trying to kill off the game as quickly as possible, get more leg fitness work into the legs, and try and get away from this game unscathed. Chris Coyne on the other side will be, I think he'll be reasonably happy with his side's performance in that first half, and certainly with the way they finished it, it was very strong.
So I guess it could be a case as well as Bayswater just making sure they keep it tight, particularly this first 10-15 minutes of the second half. If Victory can get a couple of goals, it really would run away from them. So
absolutely. And you look at Victory's bench, I mean, there's Connor Payne, he's got, you know, an engine as well. So, you know, for the fullbacks for Bayswater to be thinking we lose one winger, for Connor Payne to come on. We've got the World Cup player Mark Milligan sitting on the bench there. That would be a daunting sight for any player to see coming on. Mark Milligan, Jesse Macarunas, again another gifted player, and Dylan Murnane, which is his best position being a left back.
So there's an early chance here for maybe Bayswater to create something from this free kick. There's been no changes at the break, so it's the same as we were from the first half. So some defending to do here for the Victory, as it's hit high towards the far post. It's not a bad delivery, but no one attacking it, and Layup can get it clear. And another tackle is mopped up at the back there by Guerrier, and it'll be hit long, and one for Barisha to chase. But Bayswater have done well to keep possession here. It's with Mitchinson. Goes all the way back now to Spence. So at some point they're going to have to come out Bayswater, aren't they? But not just yet.
Yeah, you would look at it and you would say the Victory style of play is keeping the ball, passing. It's a possession-based game. Now, not all teams play like that. You know, we're looking at Bayswater and we're probably being a little bit too critical on them because their game plan may not be to pass the ball around as much. You know, it might be get it forward as quickly as possible. But regardless, they're still in this game as it stands.
Yeah, and there's a bit of a ball there for Coe to clear. And, if that back heel had got through, then that could have been danger for Victory. So maybe this will just give Bayswater a bit of confidence. Yeah, I mean, they are up against a top quality side this evening, Bayswater. So let's be fair to them. They are doing a good job out there, and they're still in it. It's 1-0. As there could be a chance here to cut the ball back there from Heagney, and they've won a corner kick. So they started the second half brightly. Have Bayswater maybe thinking, come on, this is our big night. We didn't quite show up in the first half, even though Victory were dominating.
And it was a timely tackle by Adrian Lair there.
Cross comes in, and it's an outswinger. Victory deal with one or two claims for handball there from the home crowd. Referee says no way. As another decent ball comes in, and Nathan Coe right behind this one, and gets it out to the left-hand side where Barisha is bombing down that left-hand flank. Good tackle comes in, but I think Bayswater have started pretty brightly, Brebs, second half.
Yep, they would have been encouraged by the first half display in terms of staying in the game. I wouldn't say it was a fantastic performance, but certainly, as we mentioned, the way they finished it. Victory aren't going to be at the top of their game, and that's not making excuses. You know, they may start, their legs may start to go. As we said, this is their first competitive outfit game. Anthony Crea will have them ready in 2 months. I wouldn't say, you know, tonight was a priority to have them up and going for tonight.
And Chris Coyne might have a decision to make as well later on in this half. The Bayswater boss, if it does stay like this and his team are still in it, because he's going to have one eye on that game at the weekend, and he may be thinking about a couple of changes, and just depending on what the scoreline is going to influence those changes. If they're still well in the game at 1-0, he may be a little bit reluctant to change things, but with having one eye on that game, he's probably going to have to, isn't he, to keep fresh legs.
Absolutely. Valeri and Broxham, they need to start getting on the ball again. They need to start getting it wide. We see Kostas Barbarousis now, he's a little bit closer to us. He needs to be getting on the ball. He needs to be running at the fullbacks, terrorising the defence, and trying to create something for Finkler and Berisha when they're getting into the box late.
So there was a change made there for Bayswater. We'll confirm that in just a moment. But yeah, Valeri was very influential in that first half, as was Finkler. Not seen a great deal of him yet in the second, but of course still plenty of time to get going again. But Bayswater, yeah, just starting to get more of a foothold in this game now. And I think Marolanda was the player to come on there. Brebs, the number 9, and the Bayswater guys before the game were talking him up, saying that he's been like the leading scorer for the past couple of seasons, and he's got something about him. So I think here he is now on the ball. So we'll see what he can do. Well, oh, was that a shot? Was that a cross? I think it was a shot. It was heading for the corner flag until the head came onto that then. But
well, regardless, he's made something happen, and he's given the supporters here for Bayswater something to shout about already. And that's what they need to do. They need to get this crowd a little lift, and who knows what could happen.
Yeah, and I think it is Brown who's gone off. I'm trying to see if he's still out there on the pitch. I don't think he is. So Marolanda has come on, and he could offer Bayswater a bit of a threat. So there's still plenty of work for Victory to do here. We have been singing Victory's praises, saying how well they have played, and they have, but they haven't killed this game off. It's still only 1-0, and while it's 1-0, the home side are in a chance, and the volley comes in, and well, that's not far away. It's great technique by the Bayswater player. Just trying to see who it was on the far side, but can't really see how close that was from our angle here, Brebs, but it was certainly a good strike, and yeah. Bayswater continuing to play well this second half.
Jason Gerry are probably allowing Hargreaves too much space there. As soon as you give a winger time to get his head up and pick up a pass, you're in trouble, and that's certainly what happened there.
So Bayswater made a start growing in confidence. It's been a good start to the second half for them, and Victory are just going to have to get their heads on a little bit, because they've started slowly in the second half. Maybe some of them still in the changing room the way they started the second half, and here come Bayswater again down the left hand flank, and they'll be buoyed by it certainly. I think they started well the second half, Bayswater. So Victory, yeah, this just seems to have switched off a bit, Brebs. They're not quite on it in the second half.
It can happen, you know. It's not the first time, and it certainly won't be the last time that minnows, and we will call them minnows, can up their game and play beyond themselves. And I think, you know, that could be a little bit of what's happening here. Victory need to regroup. The experienced players within the group need to get their foot on the ball, and they need to start getting back to basics and making things happen and making Victory tick.
Yeah, Finkler just giving the ball away again then. The shot not the best and was well wide, but that wasn't happening in the first half. Likes of Valeri and Finkler, the ball really was sticking, and they were playing some good stuff. It's not quite happened, but in the second half, but games do ebb and flow, and just Bayswater having their first spell in this game. But it's one back for Victory, and just starting to get hold of the ball a little bit now. And Finkler there trying to feed the ball through to Berisha, didn't come off, and Bayswater will hit the ball long. Galloway, who had a good game in the first half, as some of the lights have gone out somewhere, I think. The light has just bust near us, but thankfully it's not the floodlights, so no danger there.
there's no doubt the pace of the game from the Victory players is definitely dropped a little bit. The way that we're moving the ball early doors, it was 1 touch, it was 2 touch, it was quickly. Whereas now it's 2, 3, 4 touch, and a little bit casual, as we just saw there, a little bit lazy.
Yeah, and I guess that just comes down to the fact that it is still early pre-season, isn't it?
Absolutely. And we can't underestimate how much a match-fit team like Bayswater, who have played 22, 23 games this season, against a team that are having their first competitive game. We can't underestimate how much that takes.
Yeah, because of course it's still October the 10th, isn't it, the first game of the A-League season, so plenty of time for Victory to get completely match fit and match sharp. So obviously not quite there in this game at the moment. Maybe we've seen signs of it in the second half, but I agree, first half they were lightning, they looked really sharp on the ball, were zipping it around, and it has the pace of it has slowed somewhat. So maybe time for a couple of substitutions at some point. That's going to be going through Kevin Muscat's mind surely in the next few minutes, as Finkler on the ball tries to feed it through, but it's blocked. So substitutions on the cards pretty soon, I guess.
Yeah.
Or will he like to get more time in the legs, get 70 minutes before he starts thinking of...
I think there'll probably be 2 or 3 players out there that we don't know how the pre-seasons went for a lot of these players. I'm sure there'll be a lot of players at different stages, as there is every pre-season. We don't know who's been there from day one doing every drill. So Kevin will have exactly his finger on the pulse with regards to that, and he'll know exactly the right time to make that decision. I suppose the thing for me is just that's become very apparent is Finkler is just forcing the ball a little bit too much in this second half. It's been a little bit too pretty.
Could be, Brush's control lets him down for once there, and I guess that sums up the way the second half is going for Melbourne Victory at the moment. Things just not quite coming off as the flag goes up for offside. Yeah, certainly Valeri and Finkler were very influential in that first half and were completely dictating the play, weren't they, and dominating the game, and it's not quite happening in the second half. As Victory happy to build up from the back again. Here's that man Valeri, plays it on to Finkler, comes out to Barbarousis on this right hand side, but he gives it away. He seems to have lost a little bit of zip as well.
Just that final pass there by Costas. Great build-up play again, and that's where Victory have had real joy, just getting him behind the midfield and in front of the centre-backs. It's just that final pass, so it's not letting them unlock the back four.
So Bayswater still well and truly in this at 1-0, and as the half goes on, I'm sure they're going to get even more confident and believe that maybe they could snatch something from this. As that's a great skill by Barbarousis. Is away now, but it just runs away from him at the crucial stage, and it's well mopped up at the back there by Real. And it's
fantastic defending by the youngster, but I don't mind that. I don't mind when Costas picks up the ball and runs at defenders. He's going to make something happen. Yep, the defender won it there, but if he keeps doing it and keeps doing it, he only needs there to be 1 or 2 chances in a game where he does get that final ball in and it creates that goal.
Well, we are going to see a couple of changes here, for one for either side as well. So we'll be able to confirm it now. Well, first of all, one of the danger men, Heagney, is going off for Bayswater.
That must certainly be with a view to the weekend.
Yeah, definitely. Of course, he is, as we've talked about, is one of the key men. And the Tannoy announcer will hopefully confirm for us who's come on. But the Victory making a change as well.
Lee Broxham off for the Victory, and can you believe it? After his last competitive game, it was against Chile in the World Cup, he's now making his debut at West Australia Athletics Centre. I think that will be used in a trivia question. Mark Milligan comes on the park for Melbourne Victory.
So Milligan is onto the field of play, and he stands out as well with his bright yellow luminous boots as well. So Milligan is on the field of play. Yeah, a bit of a come down, from the World Cup in Brazil to Western Australia.
The thing with Milligan, he is the heartbeat of Melbourne Victory in terms of everything goes through him. He is the driving force in the team, being the captain of the club, and he will certainly raise the levels of intensity in this second half just by being on the park.
Yeah, maybe that is just what Victory need, because we have been saying in commentary that has been a little bit lacklustre from the Victory in the second half, and maybe now Mark Milligan can just add that spark in midfield and just get things going again. And here he is on the ball now, as it's over with Galloway on the left-hand side, and it's gone out for a throw-in to Bayswater.
So nothing much has changed for Victory. It's just personnel. Brock's him off. Millsy's just slotted straight in.
All right, so Bayswater just giving away a free kick here, it seems, and Valeri in possession, gets it out to this right-hand side to Guerrier. And again, yeah, so the build-up is all a little bit laboured compared to the first half, and it's sprayed over to the left-hand side now to Archie Thompson. Tries to get it on his right foot, cuts the ball back as Galloway does well to jink his way through, cuts it back, but there's no one to run on.
And you look at that, I mean, you just look at that. Bayswater had 10 bodies in the 18-yard box defending that cross. They're certainly getting back and defending in numbers, and that's where their fitness will come into play, their match fitness.
Barisha is just caught offside there. So maybe things have just levelled out a little bit now, as Victory's fitness is just waning a little bit, and sort of Bayswater are maintaining what they've got. It's just the game has levelled off a little bit, and certainly Victory aren't really creating too much at the moment going forward.
I agree. I would certainly say if push came to shove, Victory could go through the gears a little bit more. I think they're certainly doing what's needed at the moment. But if Bayswater to do the unthinkable and get their goal for their club, I certainly think Victory could go through the gears.
So could raise it to another level if need be. Suppose at 1-0, it is a job done for Victory at the moment. If it does stay like this, it can be a bit of a dangerous game, of course, because as we know in football, a goal can come from nowhere, and if Bayswater were to get one, then Victory would have to get back on the front foot.
Galloway and Guerrier don't seem to be getting us forward as much this half, and there's a lot more play with Adrian Lair on the ball, Del Pierre on the ball, as opposed to the first half when it was Valeri that was picking up the ball and finding the passes, Broxham that was picking up the ball. It seems to be more the centre backs that are getting a lot more possession now. So Victory, they're certainly a lot more deeper. I would like to see them get a little bit more forward, get Guerrier on the ball and Galloway on the ball a little bit higher up.
Yeah, there was certainly a bombing forward in the first half, those two. As the referee just been a little bit pedantic there with Galloway, making him march back a couple of yards to take the throw in, and Victory will build it out from the back. And it's with Barbarousis again on this right hand side, and Bayswater closing well, keeping things tight, and again they crowd out Guerrier there, get the ball back and then give it away. So we're lacking goal-mouth action at either end here, really. Much of the game being played in the middle of the third, but that could change now with Barbarousis just getting away down the right-hand side. But he's held up well there. He tries a little fancy back heel that doesn't quite come off, and then tries to win the ball back.
Excellent defending there again.
Yeah, he's having a good game, is Mitchinson, who's actually playing in left-back. We thought he was going to be down as right-back at the start of the game, but it's Mitchinson who's...
He's got experience as well, though, Mitchinson. He's spent a little bit of time at the Glory, a little bit of time at Melbourne Heart, so he's obviously got a little bit of pedigree as well.
Yeah, and it's on show. You can tell the way that he's played tonight. It's not been easy up against Barbarousis, but Bayswater still well in this game at 1-0. I feel if Victory can just get another goal, then that would completely put this FFA Cup tie to bed. As it stands though, still on a knife edge. So the game just in a little bit of a lull at the moment. We're not really getting too much in the way of goal mouth action.
This is better though, moving it from one side to the other, making the Bayswater players work hard. And
could be a chance here. It doesn't quite go through for Berisha there, and they just let the ball run out. So that was more encouraging, Brebs.
Well, that's what you'd like to see more of. You know, Kostas Barbaroussis receiving the ball, maybe going across the midfield, out the other side. It's making the Bayswater players work harder, and that's what you need to do. You need to try and make them fatigue a lot quicker than what they're used to, because they're not used to chasing around professional football players.
Well, every week in, week out, they're the players being chased. They're top of the league in the NPL WA. Had a fantastic season, have Bayswater, but of course it's another level for them this evening, and they've coped pretty well. They're still in this game, and I'm sure if you'd said to them before the game, and to Chris Coyne, into the second half there'd only be a goal in it, would you take that? They would have bitten your hand off as the cross comes in towards the far post here, and Nathan Coe.
Neither goalie's been really troubled tonight though.
I think, I think Coe had that one just before half time, didn't he? The long range shot that he sort of palmed over, and Spence had that fantastic save from the free kick from Finkler. But apart from that, I can't remember a save being made really. It's been one or two attempts on goal, but the shooting's been pretty way off as well. Quite a bit of wayward shooting as Bayswater tried to get away down the left-hand side, but
good defensive work by Kostas there. This is better, moving the ball from side to side a lot quicker. 2 passes and it's out to Archie Thompson from the right back position.
And on the overlap, a chance to get in across from Finkler, but it's not the best of crosses there. Yeah, good move, and just end product just not there. Just Berisha was the only man in the box, to be fair, so he didn't have a great deal to aim at. But probably should have done better there, Finkler. And the referee.
It's going to be a big 25 minutes for both teams now. Melbourne Victory still looking to kill the game off, and Bayswater still win with a sniff.
Yeah, certainly so. I mean that's you get into the stays like this, get into the last 5 minutes, just a set piece into the box, and you know, it could be a way for Bayswater to get back into the game. So Victory will want to get this wrapped up sooner rather than later, but not creating too much in the way of goal scoring opportunities at the moment. And neither are Bayswater. More encouraging from Bayswater in the second half, but now a chance here down the right hand side for Barbaroussis to get in the cross, and doesn't quite find Berisha, and it's mopped up at the back there by Trent Kay, the skipper for Bayswater, who's been pretty solid at the back. They've been given the run around a bit in the first half, but haven't had as much defending to do in this second half, as that's a bit of a late tackle there as Barbaroussis goes down. Some of the locals believe that
and he's not happy. He's not a happy
he went
boy.
down a little bit too easily there. I tend to disagree with him. I think he was on the receiving end of a late one there, but thankfully he's back on his feet, and possibly another sub being made.
Yeah, it looks like Connor Payne that could be coming on now.
But first of all, Finkler is going to take this free kick. Victory have loaded the box with bodies, so it needs a good delivery here from Finkler, and gets over the first man but doesn't find Barbaroussis, who ball is cleared away, and then it's hit long up top, looking for that.
Good defending, Scott Galloway, and it needed to be. A bad touch there, and your man was in there for a one-on-one.
Yeah, Marulanda, he's the man we're searching for. He's the danger man, but he's not really seen much of the ball since he's come on, and that's what Bayswater need to try and do, try and get him in behind. He seems to have a bit of pace about him, so Leia and Del Pierre, if they could try and turn those two, maybe an opportunity or an area for them to sort of exploit Bayswater. And the referee's giving a free kick here. Now this could be a bit of a dangerous situation. Shooting opportunity. 30 yards out. And it's going to be a shooting opportunity.
It certainly is in a good position. I just think it might just be a touch too far to trouble Nathan Coe. Famous last words.
So there's 2 or 3 stood over this. One of them is Marolander. He's the right footer. I think it is more suited for a left footer here. So we'll see. So a bit of danger here for the Victory. This is an opportunity for Bayswater. As the free kick comes in, oh, and it's just over the bar. Tell you what, Nathan Coe was panicking. I think it's going to go down as a great save. He must have got fingertips on that.
A fantastic
Nathan
save by
Coe.
Nathan there. Fantastic save.
He was certainly scampering to his left, and that was heading for the top corner. So that's what we're talking about. Dangerous situations, and goals can come out of nothing. And Nathan Coe has just kept Victory 1 in front there.
Yeah, Bayswater certainly got the bit between their teeth now, and the next 20 minutes could be a big 20 minutes for this NPL West Australian club.
And he has to punch that one away again, Nathan Coe. So they're under a bit of pressure here, Victory. These are the kind of situations that are dangerous. And it's going to be another corner kick. And Marolander is going to take it, right-footed. It's going to be an in-swinger. Oh, well, it's a shocker. And, oh, somehow it must have come off another Victory player, that. I thought it's, it's taken quickly, it's taken short. And Marolander makes a bit of a mess of that one. But Victory can't clear their lines properly. Well, they can now. And maybe a chance to get away down the left-hand side with Milligan, who's dispossessed there. So Bayswater continuing to apply the pressure. They just need a bit of quality in that final third that they're just not quite getting at the moment.
Yeah, we said it in the first half that Bayswater just couldn't get their foot on the ball. Victory are just a little bit out of sorts at the moment. A little bit out of sorts.
So, well, we just got a little bit of a break in play there. Well, that's his ball sliced out. I'm going to get a substitution as well. And it looks as though Finkler's the man to go off. Connor Payne's coming on. Brebs, what do you make of that change?
Yeah, look, I think maybe Archie will slip into that number 10 role, and Connor Payne will stay out on the left. And Costas is coming out here. Look, that suits Archie. I've always been a firm believer that Archie, you know, that's his position. He's been fantastic out in the wing for Victory, but he'll make things happen, and he certainly enjoys playing in there.
Yeah, so that's exactly what's happened. He's moved inside, but as Archie Thompson, and Connor Payne is going to occupy that left wing role. And again, just a fresh pair of legs, maybe just what Victory need to get some spark back into their play. And
Guy was really good tonight in flashes. He just didn't put it all together through the 70 minutes of the game, but you can tell the quality he's got. He opened up the defence a few times in the first half. It just wasn't as consistent as we wanted tonight. Yeah,
Finkler, yeah, I go along with that alongside Valeri. Those two certainly in that first half, and the first half an hour or so really did open up. And there's another free kick in a dangerous position here, so it's going to be another test then for Nathan Coe possibly. We just saw him pull off one great save. This one is, well, similar kind of distance, touch more central, I guess. And the man Marolander is shaping up to have a pop at this one. He fancies it.
I'd be very surprised if he took that one, and he is taking it.
Yeah, well, we've seen the best and worst of him since he's been on the field. He's got a bit of spark about him, and he's going to fire this in. Oh, and it's over the bar. I think Nathan Coe was pretty casual with that one. As soon as he left his boot, it was always going over the bar. But certainly, obviously not clear-cut opportunities, Brebs, but they're getting sniffs, aren't they now, Bayswater? They're sort of getting a few free kicks and starting to get a bit of pressure on.
Yeah, it's there's certainly, if you were if you were to look at it now, you'd probably say there was only one team looking like they were going to score. They've certainly had the most opportunities, not clear-cut opportunities, but they're certainly putting the most pressure on out of the two teams at the moment. Victory, as I said before, they're just going to have to regroup. Some of the leaders in the team are going to have to come together and just get the foot on the ball and start knocking it about again.
Yeah, so Bayswater putting a bit of pressure on, but the question is, have they just got that quality in the final third just to get a goal? There could be a shooting opportunity here, and it's blocked. Had that got through, it could have been interesting, as another decent delivery comes in, and was well defended in the end by Del Pierre there. But certainly the home fans are getting out of their seats a little bit now. They feel as though maybe, just maybe, Bayswater can get something out of this. Maybe they can sense a goal. It's certainly the best spell. Well, they've been much better in the second half, and this is possibly the last 10 minutes is the best spell they've had in the game. Starting to get some pressure into this Victory area, so a corner here for Victory to defend. An in-swinging one towards the far post. The heads go up, and it's just wide, and it's going to be a goal kick.
But again, just did enough there to put them off. Again, another warning sign for Victory. It's depending on how the next 10-15 minutes go. Kevin will probably analyse this video before he even gets on the plane tomorrow morning, and there'll be certainly a lot that he can take from it. Yeah, it's been a disappointing second half from a Victory point of view. Like you've touched on already, Grant, a lot of that can be put down to the fact that, you know, it's still early in pre-season and not got full match fitness yet, but still, compared to how they played in the first half, it has been a little bit disappointing, not zipping the ball around as much, not creating any opportunities. I don't think Spence in the Bayswater goals actually had anything to do in this second half. He's not had a save to make, has he? Could change now if Berisha can get a shot away, cuts it back, and it's 2-0 just as we say that. And the Victory have wrapped the game up now. Bit of a commentator's curse there, unfortunately, for Bayswater. It was, but again, a fantastic run by Berisha, and that's what he's good at. You know, put everything aside. That's what he gets paid to do, make runs up front. Some of them are unselfish, and that was certainly an unselfish run. He tees Archie up brilliantly, and again, Archie's coming off the wide there. We said it, he's got into the box late, a very, very cool finish, and it's what Archie's made a name from all his career, putting the ball in the back of the net.
So a tidy goal by Melbourne Victory, who now lead by 2-0. And after that second goal has gone in, one or two of the locals have decided enough is enough, and that's going to be like a dagger through the heart for Bayswater, isn't it, really? Because they're probably just getting up a bit of confidence, feeling as though maybe they could get a goal from somewhere, because they had got themselves
absolutely
into the game, and to concede like that, it's just going to knock the stuffing out of them, surely.
Absolutely. Look, for Melbourne Victory, it's just the little points. They've been a little bit too complacent. They've turned the ball over too easily. Certainly up front, Kostas Barbarousis. He's been guilty of it a few times. We thought he had a terrific first half, but he has been guilty of coughing the ball up a few times. And these are things that can be ironed out over the next few weeks leading into this season. Let's not forget that the Western Sydney Wanderers game at home to Etihad on October the 10th is what they're gearing towards. And
it's certainly been a good workout for them this evening. And Kevin Muscat, it's all about coming to Western Australia and getting the job done, wasn't it, at the end of the day? And leave, like you say, without any injuries.
Yep, we did say, you know, the three priorities that Kevin had. We won't go into them all just yet, but in terms of injuries, there's still 10 minutes to go. Yeah. But if he gets the result, he gets the players another 90 minutes. We finish into their legs. They've played together, they've travelled together, they've had a bit of time in the hotel together. These are all things that work well for a football team. And as we said, if he can just get through these next final few minutes without an injury, it's job done.
And this, of course, there's still plenty of pre-season left to be played, and maybe we might just see Victory notch a couple more goals in the remainder of this game now, if the resolve of Bayswater has been broken, as there's appeals for a penalty. Has he What's he giving the referees a free kick on the edge of the area?
It is.
It's difficult to tell from our position here. It's right on the edge of the area, another half yard there, and of course it's a penalty kick. So couple shaping up to hit this one. Who do you fancy to have a pop here? Rebs?
It looks like Costas that's shaped up for it. Guy's obviously off the park now, so when Guy's off the park, anybody can grab that ball.
So it's going to be a chance to have a pop right-footed here. Oh, but it's high over the bar, and it's not going to trouble Spence one little bit there. And well, closing in on full time now, and it's going to be a case of very much job done for Melbourne Victory, leading by 2-0. I'm going to see another substitution for Bayswater City now. Now they've got, well, both eyes, I guess, now on that game at the weekend. I think Chris Coyne will have given up the ghost on this game. And maybe substitutions now will be geared towards the weekend and get ready for that big game where they hope to top the NPL WA Championship. And Victory, well, I think they can just see out these last minutes now. Brebs, job done, 2-0 up.
Sure.
Don't do anything silly.
There's a lot of tired bodies out there for both sides. We can see the Bayswater players, a few of them are going down there stretching the calves. That's the first place you feel it when you're going for the cramp. But as I said, there will be a few tired bodies on both teams. And I think on the whole, Kevin will look at it. He'll be delighted he's come away with a result of sorts and moving on to the next game.
Yeah. And of course back to Melbourne tomorrow. The players will travel back, and then of course it's all about continuing pre-season and shaping up for that opening game of the campaign. So any top celebrity #1 fans out there? Melbourne Victory, Brebs. You hear so many clubs like Manchester United have so many, Liverpool have so many. Melbourne Victory, who's their #1 famous fan, would you say?
Well, we have he is the #1 season ticket holder at the Melbourne Victory. He is the #1 fan, and it is the Master Chef George Calumbaris.
Really?
Who incidentally, it's he is very passionate about the Melbourne Victory.
Why is he not here tonight then?
He may well be. He may well be, but he is. He's at every home game, and you don't want to be sitting next to him when things aren't going Victory's way, because he has been known to lose it a little bit. But yeah, fantastic supporter of the club, and the club I think are very thankful to have him.
Fantastic. So very composed on the TV, but if Victory having a bit of a tight game, you can get pretty heated. So there's a free kick here, just about 25 yards out, and well, could make things a little bit interesting if Bayswater were to fire this one home. And it's going to be a right foot here of the #9, Marolanda. And let's see what he can produce here. It's shaping up as though he's going to have a pop at goal. It's not a bad effort, and it's parried away there by Nathan Coe. Danger just going to be mopped up and cleared away now. But yeah, decent effort.
Yeah, if I was being critical, I would have thought Nathan could have held on to that there at his body. But it'll be vitally important for him that he keeps a clean sheet now. Goalkeepers, they get confidence through clean sheets, and certainly this will be one for him.
It is something that has just crept into the game a lot, hasn't it, really? Just keepers just electing to punch and parry all the time, don't they, really? I mean, you can understand it sometimes when the ball's swerving all over the place, but like I say, that on that occasion, is that just habit, do you think? You just get used to just parrying it away?
There's one way of dealing with it. He's certainly dealt with it effectively. You know, you could argue with the goalie that, you know, as outfield players, we want them to hold it.
Yeah.
We don't know where it's going to go in, but I'm sure he knows what he's doing.
Yeah. So Archie Thompson leaving the pitch. And well, he's not too popular with the home supporters as he leaves the field of play. So obviously, I think we have history there with these Perth Glory fans.
Archie can hold his head up high tonight. He's put in another good 82, 83 minutes for the Victory.
As the cross comes in from the free kick, it's cleared away. So with what, let's say 7 minutes to go, who is your standout man for the Victory? I know it's sort of been a game of two halves. I think we all know Victory were great in the first half, and Valeri would have been #1 candidate in the first half, but gone off the boil a little bit in the second half. There's maybe a chance of a consolation as it's scrambled away there by Victory. We'll come back to Brebs in just a minute to get his man of the match, if you like.
Well defended in the end. It was an important stop by Nathan there, and Ado just cleaned up the bits there at the end. But again, another sign. It is not what Kevin will be looking for going into a season. Yes, we are a few weeks out, but against better teams, they're in the back of the net.
It's going to be interesting to see and hear Kevin Muscat's thoughts after the game. And obviously delighted to come to WA and get the result. And possibly a clean sheet as long as there's no slips in this last few minutes now. And a 2-0 victory would go down very nicely indeed. Could be 3-0 here as a shot comes in. Oh, good save again by Spence. He's looked a decent keeper as Spence tonight. He's pulled off a couple of good saves. When he's been called upon, he's couldn't done anything about either goal.
Anything he's had to do, he's done it well. But again, you could say that about both goalkeepers tonight. Neither have had a lot to do. It's not been a fantastic night for shots on goal. But I think every Bayswater player can certainly hold their head up high. They've gave a good account on themselves. They've done the club proud. They're continuing to do the club proud with the NPL, the Western Australian NPL. And they've come up against professional outfit and did a good job.
Yeah, they have. They've, like I say, heads held high for Bayswater, and hopefully for them they can take the confidence into the weekend for the big game they've got this coming weekend. As they're still plugging away, trying to get a consolation, a goal here as it's swung in towards the far stick, but it's just not kept in by Galloway.
We will come to that man of the match at the moment. It just as soon as we get the ball out the Victory defensive area.
It is a tricky one, I
must
admit.
It also gives me more time to think as well.
That's fine, mate. It's been a good night for the Victory, and there have been a couple of standout players.
I wouldn't say any of them have been fantastic. I think any man in the match would be marginal. Valeri's first half, he got in the ball a lot. Second half, we've not seen him as much. That could be tiredness. Del Pierre, can't argue with what he's done this. We may be speaking a little bit too soon, but you can't argue with what he's done in the second half defensively.
As maybe a chance to break from this corner, but the ball is just going to run out. It looks like Barisha's going to get the full 90 minutes in his legs. He's shown some nice touches and worked hard.
Again,
not been rewarded, but with the goal. But he's certainly put a shift in and got 90 minutes into the legs as a long ball is hit here, but it's going to go straight out for a goal kick.
I think Adrian Lear, he's made a couple of really important interceptions, a couple of good blocks. He's been there when it's needed. When Nathan spilt the ball there, these are things that you don't tend to look at because defenders tend to not get noticed as much. You tend to look at players that get all the glory. I think Adrian's had a solid enough game tonight, and I'd like to see him, keep that up going into the season.
Yeah, it's a good call, like you say. I mean, he wouldn't have stood out for me, but obviously as a player yourself, Brebs, those are the things that you notice and we sometimes don't. We always look at the attacking players and those players who can sort of influence a game. But so we'll give it to Adrian Lear then, man of the match from our commentary position this evening, as Melbourne Victory are on course for a 2-0 win. As possibly late opportunities here, as the fans are heading for the exits now. They've seen enough. They must be pretty impressed with what they have seen tonight. They've seen, particularly the first half, some very good play by Melbourne Victory, and also they've seen a very gritty and determined display by Bayswater, who have given 100% tonight. There's no doubt about that, and could be good play by Spence just to come dashing out of his area there to deal with the danger.
We actually could have given Spence the man of the match. Victory man of the match, Adrian Lear. I think Spence has had a fantastic game for Bayswater.
Yeah, he has. Yeah, I'll go along with that, mate. He's pulled off 2 excellent saves, and yeah, whatever he's done, whatever he's needed to do, he's come out and done it. Yeah, the 2 main player they were talking up before the game was David Heagney, and didn't really. As this ball just runs away there, out for a goal kick. Yeah, Heagney didn't really see too much of the ball. Neither did Steve Burton. As I think Kevin Muscat's just waiting for the full-time whistle now. Job done, and get back to Melbourne with the victory and last 16 draw on Friday, Brebs, and they'll be hoping for a kind of draw.
Yep,
home draw.
They're in the hat for the next round. They've got memberships on the rise at the Victory. I think they're up to about 15,000 now, and we're really getting to the business end now. They'll be fine-tuning a lot of things. The next round, again, they'll be asked to perform a little bit better and then go into that season all guns blazing.
Going to have 3 minutes of added on time here, and yeah, Kevin Muscat will be delighted that they've come here and got the victory, because it was a banana skin before the game, no doubt about that, because Bayswater have been going so well. And I thought it was going to be a real test for Melbourne Victory this evening, and it has been to a certain extent. It's not been easy for them. Bayswater have been in the game for a long time. While it was 1-0, that second goal did kill it off. But they've been made to work tonight, Melbourne Victory. And they'll be delighted to rest up tonight now and get back on that plane tomorrow. So what's the script, do you think, Brebs, after the full-time whistle? Bit of a warm down. Obviously, Kevin Muscat will go through 1 or 2 things, then back to the hotel and rest up.
Yep. The recovery will start as soon as they leave here. There'll be a meal back at the hotel, maybe even an ice bath tonight, certainly an ice bath tomorrow, and the recovery starts again. And
what kind of flight was it? 5 hours? 5-hour flight, something like that over here?
I think it's quicker on the way back, 3.5. But again, we don't know. You know, Perth's always it's always been a difficult flight. It's always been a difficult place to come playing against the Perth Glory. We take into consideration as well the travel for this game.
Yeah, it just goes to show how tough it must be for the Glory at times, because every other weekend they've got to hop on a plane, haven't they, and head east, and you know that must be, well, obviously they've been doing it for a while now, but still a big factor to take in. So yeah, the referee could blow up now, really. He could have blown up after the second goal went in, because it's been over as a contest since then. And so as we wrap up, Brebs, positives to take from it, I guess.
Yeah, look at
just
if we look at the FA Cup,
injury free.
If we look at the FA Cup in England, there's upsets happen every year. There's upsets happen in the competition. The FA Cup, you know, it doesn't have to be any different. We saw Adelaide City beat the Western Sydney Wanderers, knocked them out. This could have been a banana skin for Melbourne Victory. Yep, it's not been a fantastic performance overall. There was certainly a lot of things that were encouraging in the first half, but as we said in the start of the commentary, they're in the next round, and that's all that matters. Yeah,
and like we touched on already, that draw will be made on Friday into the last 16, and plenty of big names in there, so it's going to be interesting to see who's matched up with who. And it is silverware at the end of the day, and it is as the offside flag goes up there. It is silverware at the end of the day, and it's going to be a competition. Obviously, it's not going to be a top priority because there's sort of bigger fish to fry, but it is silverware and something that all teams want to win come the end of the day. Melbourne Victory don't do anything by halves. They will certainly want to win everything that they compete for. Well, that's it, the final whistle, and a convincing victory in the end, I guess, for Melbourne Victory. They've wrapped it up by 2 goals to 0. excellent first half. Second half did ease off a little bit. The pace of the game dropped, but it was all about getting the victory, and that is what Melbourne Victory have done this evening. I'd like to thank Brebs for providing expert analysis tonight. Brebs, it's been a pleasure doing it with you, mate, and good luck to Victory for the remainder of the season.
Yeah, I enjoyed it, and yes, and all credit to Bayswater tonight and their performance, and good luck to them on the weekend as well.
Yeah, so thanks for joining us for the commentary this evening and the streaming. I hope you enjoyed it. Final score here in WA, it finished Bayswater 0, Melbourne Victory 2.